Başladı abi maç. Başladı abi. Başladı abi maç. Geliyorum chat. Bana çekilecek tek ayar kardeş mousepad'imin takılmaması abi terden.
Their way. Look at that overpass game they had against Gamer Legion, where it was like watching a bunch of FaZe level 3s playing, not knowing how the map even works. And then they just wake up, and when they switch on, they look almost unplayable. They completely destroy their opposition. Yesterday, that game against Vitality, upset, just start things off, taking another the woo. And then against Mouse, by the way, Mouse are playing some fantastic Counter-Strike right now. So even though it was a loss, it was a respectable loss, so to speak. So that's a good sign for me. The fact that when they went up against the Mouses and the Vitalities of the world, the mental strength, the mentality, strong, not an inch of a shake right there. But can they continue? That's the problem, because a team like FaZe, they will make it doubt yourselves.
There's something to be said as well. FaZe on day one, it ain't it for me, right? Like, but what always happens is they get into the lobby, they sit down, they have some dinner, they decompress, and then Karrigan pulls out the scrapbook and says, guys, this is how we're going to correct tomorrow. And they have that in their locker where other teams don't.
They do. You know, they have the mental resilience, they have the experience, they've been here so many times before, so you can't really pressure FaZe in that regard. However, I do want to say, given it's a best of one still, they have shown to be a little bit fragile in those. Had it been a best of three, I feel super confident for FaZe coming into this matchup, especially considering that these two teams, EF and FaZe, they've played each other quite a lot in 2020.
Yeah,
they played in Katowice, they played during the European RMR, and right now FaZe have been winning both of those games. I believe it's 5 maps in total, 4 of them going the way of FaZe Clan. So if you're Karrigan, if you're FaZe right now, you're feeling relatively comfortable, you see the matchups right here on your screen.
Musa yarmış gibi
it's a best
gözükmese
of
çok
one.
hoşuma
We've seen
gidecek
EF
ya.
at this very tournament do exceptionally well in the best of ones. They've played 4 so far at the major and won 3.
Yeah, for FaZe, look, yesterday, even though we were kind of prefacing and saying FaZe like having a little slow start to the tournament, it was actually a really well-playing Heroic who had a very good idea how to abuse FaZe's CT side, where it was Karrigan and Rain who were just they were suffering on the B-bomb side, right? Apart from that, it was still a very close affair. It's just that they allowed too many rounds to slip initially. That is the only weakness I saw from FaZe yesterday. Against Furia, they woke up. Rob's just another masterclass coming out from him. They shut them down, so it didn't even need a dinner to turn around. They just had a quick lunch. It's like, all right, boys,
that was just projection by me. I'm a little bit peckish, you know what I mean?
Me too. My lunch is waiting in the lobby, by the way. But yo, FaZe, make no mistake, they didn't have a bad day yesterday. It was a rough half on the first game. Apart from that, everyone has stepped up and they're looking good. Rob's, yeah, as usual, 1.17, and this is including a loss as well.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, I think when I think about FaZe, obviously there's a lot of pressure put on Rops's shoulders. The player for me that I would probably highlight, Rops is, I think you're always going to get a baseline performance from him. His floor is so high that even on his worst day, you don't need to worry too much about him. The player for me that always seems to step up when FaZe need him is Rain. And he's the guy who, he's quiet.
Vertigo
like this, and people go, oh, should we replace him or something? And then obviously he just has a mega monster performance. And we're kind of at that now. I think if FaZe were to go 1 and 2, things are looking very, very grim, very dark, especially when you look at some of the other teams.
Overpass mı oynayacağız?
So that's what I'm going to be looking to. How do we feel about
map'i öğrenmiş oluruz
abi. Actually, I wouldn't say surprised necessarily. I think it's a bit of a punish coming in. I kind of thought that FaZe might have an overpass. It might be a handshake coming on a nuke. But overpass coming in, I mean, it's been kind of 50-50, but recently for Eternal Fire, they've been getting wins here. They took down Gamer Legion on Overpass recently, so...
Oğlum bir şey diyeceğim. Üçlü uzu varmış FaZe'in.
Eternal Fire, DeVito absolutely has.
Well, 3 weeks ago during the RMR, they played Overpass and it went into double overtime between FaZe and Eternal Fire. It was a very, very close map, so I think if you're EF, you're probably thinking, okay,
bu map'te üçlü uz almışlar, bir win almışlar.
On a map like Overpass, whereas if you're FaZe, perhaps they felt they weren't playing the best brand of Counter-Strike. I'm just happy on behalf of FaZe they didn't allow a newbies going into this best of one. That would have been a disaster. It's the one map EF have taken down FaZe on in history. Overpass I see as a great map for FaZe Clan, especially when it comes to Brokey as well. That's a player we don't talk too much about because we do like to talk about Rups. We do like to talk about Frozen. We do like to talk about all
I have to correct myself real quickly, by the way. I said Eternal Fire. I was looking at the wrong numbers, by the way. Last game against Gamer Legion was that loss they had, which is the worst map I've ever seen from them. So yeah, a bit of a worry. I had to correct myself real quickly.
No, it's fine.
That was atrocious. So yeah.
Well, look, the good news is no one's going to remember
Maçı bize sensin. Yok oğlum bilmiyorum ki.
I believe Sanders and Henry still were in the banter zone. Game is starting, right?
Gonna be another epic best
şu hareketten bana da lazım ya. Zanteres baba.
I actually have such a hard
CT
time with this
başladık.
one. I really do. I do think FaZe have a way of correcting things. They have a way of bouncing back from some losses. So I might have to tilt today. Maybe there's a little Danish
Karrigan'a mı kuruluyoruz
I
abi?
kind of want to see him in front of the crowd once we get to the arena. But I think it's going to be a very tough game for both teams. I'm not going to lie. It's FaZe starting on the T side. There'll be Eternal Fire on the CT side. And we're ready to go. Another best of one coming at you. And look at the speed behind this one.
Yeah, this is my favorite strat on the T side of Overpass. This pistol is very difficult to contain, especially if you're undetected at this point. They've actually got 4 players just slowly but surely now making their way towards the A side. They're to find the Oymans. Xantares is coming behind them and could shut down absolutely everything here.
He's here so lightning fast with dualies flanking as well if they can stay alive.
Helal la. Bam bam bam. Bam bam bam.
To hit that headshot, but he's just not connecting on it. The bomb getting planted now. And Rain, he will go down before it even happens.
Kill düşürdü, göstermiyorlar oğlum.
The action relentless to start with here. Rops.
Böyle aldık.
The better of it, but the Turkish Terminator spins around and
Turkish Terminator.
Frozen and Karrigan are left.
Here we go then. The retake certainly possible now, but Karrigan with a stunning headshot with that P250. Wants a little bit more as well. The bomb is ticking at some pace here. They do not have the kit to speak of, but they have got headshots and buckets and spades. It all comes down to this interaction.
Turkish Terminator oğlum.
They should have more than enough time to defuse. It was looking so good for FaZe. The long push with 4 players on towards the bomb side and a miss backstab from Xantares. You'd think that'd be more than enough for FaZe to capitalize, but somehow no, it falls apart. And the Turkish squad will be picking up a very important CT pistol here in the best of one.
That was such a crazy way to get started. Oh, he's trying so hard to do that.
Hard CT.
It's a beautiful
Adam map'i kardeş.
I thought maybe Karrigan had that second headshot in him. I thought he was going to be able to do that, and that would have changed everything, but not to be.
Bu roundda neye göre silah çekiliyor arkadaşlar? Mesela çoğunluk MP9 çekti ya. Bazıları üstünlük olsun diye mi gun çekiyor?
If they can pick this one up, you're actually in a better spot than winning the pistol. So yeah, not all is lost, but they will be thinking that was their round.
He's picked up an AUG in the second round. I can't remember when I've seen that last.
He must have got the defuse and
bomba alıyor onlar, ötekiler gun çekiyor. Ama yine Xantares'in falan var bombası ya.
We've got Woxic right on the precipice of long. Ready to push if required, but Karrigan's going to challenge him.
Woxic verir dalgayı.
Former get lead up. It's about to be taken down. There it is.
Woxic verdi dalgayı da Xantares üzdü bir oğlum.
He'll have to fall back now.
Xantares. Allah.
Woxic getting hunted down in spite of throwing the Molotov. They decide we're going to sacrifice a smoke just so that we can hunt him down. We'll see if that's going to be worth it or not. It looks like it's a pretty good choice for the minute. 4 versus 3 here. There is no kit. 1 HE, 1 smoke here on the...
Ver dalgayı. Olov ver dalgayı. Helal.
Going to be able to take down Rain, so that'll even it up a little bit. And I think he gets great intel behind that push as well.
He's going to fall back through the connector. They've got 30 seconds here, and it's short to 3-on-3, but the aforementioned AUG of Calyx is looking very strong, very comfortable here on the A bomb side.
Halik ya, geçirmez.
A lot of vision.
Bu adama güvenin kardeşim. Geçirmez abi. Ama destek yok çocuğa. Helal lan. Helal lan.
As we go 2-0, Eternal Fire fending off the force buy. No bomb plant found either. They've eradicated threat going forwards. It has to be an eco now for FaZe. They've had advantages here. They've had moments where it looks like it's their round in the pistol and in the subsequent buy-up as well in the second. But there it is. Xantares actually went down first as well. It was Woxic that held on with the MP9 towards long. And Magia, that's a very important kill to take down Rain.
Seferi mi abi?
They lose a lot of players in this round, but they will take it. Like you said, there's no bomb plant. They're going to be able to cement their
yakarak
a little bit of an economy here. You can even tell that they know that because they fought 3 MP9s to farm up against these pistols. There are some deagles in play. I can't even remember the last time I've seen a deagle headshot. I feel like they're so rare now. Tech9 seem to be doing a lot more. I just don't get to see the same impact. I miss it.
Let's have a look if Rain can find one. Gets a sound cue. The Woxic's in a similar position as to us before.
Yaktı reis.
Incendiary. Use that as an opportunity to fall back.
Ver Woxic dalgayı.
Evet,
bugünün hedefi Karrigan arkadaşlar.
Xantares in trouble but Frozen can't connect the shot.
Bugün Karrigan'a kuruluyoruz.
Karrigan will recover the MP9 at the very least.
Amatörlük olayı olmaz abi. Lol. Helal. Tamam, Galikov topladı. Boku yedi ya.
Pretty much locked in, Anders. With 45 seconds remaining, he's just hoping a mistake is presented by the CTs here. Zantares could go down.
Zantares'i düşürmez ha.
Calix with that org.
Güzel abi, 3-0.
In the CT campaign for Eternal Fire.
Daha da zoomlayın abi. Zantares'in böyle burun deliğine girin, tamam mı?
Roxy looks like he's a bit uncomfortable in that forward position on long. I guess later on he'll have the AWP and he won't have to play that kind of position, but you can kind of tell.
Mayer'e de far tuzum abi.
He hasn't looked exactly like he was sure what to do. 3-0 and FaZe with AKs now, and plenty of utility to follow it up here. And there is the AWP on Woxic.
Zedary down. A lot of damage as well, and Zantares, he's got some open runway there.
Ah be oğlum.
Open, he does some damage. Maggia will actually be the one to find the frag. And
Woxic avında.
He's actually quite assertive. He's been aggressive now 3 rounds in a row towards his position. Currently scoped up towards the playground. Brokey's there with the bomb as well. That would be a monumental frag to pick up if he can find it.
Hasn't seen anyone. They don't necessarily know that he was out there either. Gonna fall back and we'll check the restrooms this time.
Taktik yapıyorlar abi. Dönüyorlar abi.
Wow, so what have we got left on the FaZe side? Just one single smoke.
Oyun kuruyorlar abi.
A couple of flashes. That's it. 4-4. Don't have a ton of map control either. 1 minute remaining. Maggia has been such a nuisance with this MP9 time and time again.
Surely with that many Molotovs, it's
Maggia
tempting to be bomb site. You burn
MP9
out barrels,
oynuyor.
you can burn out, you know, the actual pillar itself. Like this, so you can firebomb the entire site, really.
Ruler Sensei akıllarına girmiş arkadaşlar rakibin. FaZe çok overthinking yapıyor şu an. Snowball effect yaparsak ilk yarıyı iyi kapatabiliriz. Nice.
Probably a moment he is looking at a teammate's monitor instead.
Nice. Geliyorlar, yardım edin çocuğa.
One more shot. He couldn't get the reload in time, but that is.
Aha, Galik orada. Galik orada.
This time it's coming up short. And they have a chance still. 20 seconds.
Yok, şansları yok. Şansları yok. Barzolamak zorundalar. Mayer orada. Mayer orada. Mayer orada. Mayer orada. Artık Mayer oradasın abi, değil mi abi?
Isolated down in water, needs to find one of these kills in his favor. He's surrounded right now. Spots Maggia though.
Reveals his position as well. What a headshot!
Not all in Brom.
It's taken him down. It's another fairly expensive round for Eternal Fire.
Ne dedi?
Long though. The bomb gets planted, and it's going to be maximum loss bonus at the very least for FaZe, but they cannot get a grip on this overpass affair so far. 4-0 down. Frozen 0-4 as well. Couldn't even really cause any damage in that 2 versus 1.
It's the push from
Alike niye kızıyor ya?
Yeah. And of course, Carrigan on the other side, he gets a double kill here.
Ya burada Vicardi'ye
a nice sequence of frags here.
Yakaladılar acı.
Plan possible. Let's see this second kill from Woxic.
İyi atıştı
that is brutal.
Şok oldu lan. Şok oldu eleman. Arkadaşlar 13-0 diyorum. Eternal Fire'a yazıyorum bunu. Vicardi'nin düşmesiyle başladık abi. Atma abi, şu açtı ağzını. FaZe Clan kazanır abi. Lanetledim kahveleri şimdi.
Yeah, I think that's really worth keeping an eye on. I'm sure that's what FaZe are saying to themselves in between the rounds.
Yeah, just one round would do it.
Yeah, we're doing the damage, just need to unlock that next step. It's pretty traditional here when you get one of those early kills.
Adamlar dünya sıralamasında bir bağlar mı sanmam.
Some sort of reaction from them, like a double push somewhere. That's why you're seeing FaZe kind of waited out a little bit here. They're giving some space for the Turkish squad to maybe make a move, although they're not doing that. They've got 2 on A, 2 on B.
Voxic, Zantares, dikkat edin aslanlar. Size bir oyun kuruluyor.
It's not bad.
Size oyun kuruluyor aslanlar. Aslanlar dikkat edin. Nice. Nice. Zantares. Zantares. Zantares.
And he nearly had the triple. Look at the damage he did to Brokey Robs. He was meant to be a late flank at a catch rotations once the bomb was planted. But they never got to that step in the plan because Xantares cannot be killed right now. 3 kills again, and he's 8-3 overall. That's a really big problem.
It's a little bit limp there from FaZe, wasn't it? Like, it didn't seem like they had that much conviction behind it. No one even checking that close-range truck position. Spacing was a bit off. Xantares didn't seem flashed or really under any sort of pressure. Nice. He gets himself a lovely little sequence of and they've got the idyllic start here. We kept saying that they need to stop. Just finding one kill, one round would break the finances, but that 5-on-4 doesn't even lead to a bomb plant here. So it's going to be a tactical timeout. And it's a 5-on-4 that you get practically for nothing. It's through the smoke.
Like, it doesn't take a lot. You don't lose a lot of health doing it.
Yeah, those are worth their weight in gold, and they don't really do much with it whatsoever.
Timeout aldılar oğlum. Fabra anlatıyor.
This is how you build an upset if you're a Eternal here.
Well, they've already got a massive upset this tournament. They took down Vitality.
Yeah,
13 to 10. Alman general.
No one saw that coming. To do
ya, yalandan vurmuşlar bu arada.
As well. In this stage of the tournament,
you'd actually love to go back and see that replay, but just follow the flash that was supposed to flash Xantares. I don't know where that goes.
So, another chance here. The money's still relatively low. If they can steal this round away, and that really would be the operative word, steal it.
Well, bizdedir herhalde abi ve para yok ya. Utility yok, para yok. Adamlardı FaZe'de.
Alarm bells are going off. It has to be said.
Alacağız maçı değil mi abi? Alacağız abi. Geliyorlar. Vikadya. Orada dönen oyunu gör kuzen. Geldiler dikkat edin. Utility aldılar abi.
And they'll reassess their options back towards middle. Bear in mind his Tech-9s and Deagles here. Rob's AK can win a round. Xantares, he can dominate with his AK on the defensive side. So difficult to topple him. One of the best aims.
Ver ağzına mermiyi Xantares.
Spots the first. Decides to peel off. Once again working in tandem with Woxic.
Yeah, he doesn't have to commit to the fight at all. It's not necessary. Woxic not getting the shot, but again, he doesn't really have to swing back. There's not clear if there's going to be a Deagle or an AK out there, so you don't want to risk too much. The pressure is on FaZe to find the opening, but Wakadia again, this is the second time that he's been doing this. Pushing forward like that, catching Karrigan.
Kaçırmayalım ama AWP'leri.
That missed shot. Apply some pressure to the CT side now. They're going to find
nice one. Geldi yalnız sağ taraftan geldi. Galip kill. Hayır! Vikadya. Kill vermeden tertemiz. 6-0 maşallah. Allah nazarlardan saklasın.
Conversations of low finances, they've gone out the window now, Anders. That's injected a ton of cash into the CT defense. And they've got money to buy up next round, even if they give this one up. It's 6-0.
Evet, şimdi her şeylerini bastılar abi. Hadi bakalım.
Everyone else hovering around 3.
Bir de molanın üstüne çaktık. Yakışır. Ya şu info devamlı geliyor abi. Vikadya 18 yaşındaymış abi. Wonderkid. Duymuş muydun abi? Her yayın ya.
Of at least being able to just win one round and then it's saving for the Turkish side. It's not true anymore.
Yeah, this is another best of one if you're unaware, if you're just tuning in. The 1-1 bracket and FaZe yet to post around on their T side. Let's boost it up. Organ hand once again. Molotov towards the divider.
Ağzına yedi bu arada. Frozen 0-6 oynuyorlar. Onda moral falan kalmamıştır herhalde.
Wakadia pushed offshore. So much information garnered.
God, he's so annoying to them right now. It's so frustrating to have somebody who's just all the time this active.
Frozen seems to be somewhat aware.
He's got the idea, but is he going to be able to find his first kill? He's got a grenade in hand right now. Oh, he might be dead already here. Wakadia able to get rid of him.
Biraz dokundurdu ama Wakadia ya.
Yeah, like it's just, it must be
nice. Oğlum bu ne? Çok mu CT map'i burası lan?
Didn't even realize he could be killed there. It's a very standard angle. They are just shrinking
kötü oldu.
On the T side here. Fortunately, Rain will pull one back. Is it even nearly enough?
Overpass falan yeni mapleri kavramam lazım, öğrenmem lazım. Bu oyunda kalk yapacaksak.
They can make this round work, I suppose. But it seems that the rotations are coming through. Calyx with a smoke in hand just to divide the bomb side.
Arkadaşlar ben 1-6'da kaldım CS'de. Go'da da yani meh.
Robs finds a headshot. Okay, the round might be back on, but Xantares has shown up with the flank now, ready to try and reclaim the bomb site. Only Robs remains.
What have you got, Robs? No grenades. 100 HP.
Oynardım Go'yu da yani Inferno, Mirage, Nuke bunlar
yani. Even get activated. It's going to be 7-0 here.
Bunlar Overpass, Vertigo falan inanılmaz yeni benim için yani.
They are yet to post a single round. Frozen yet to post a single kill. They are being dominated by the Turkish squad of Eternal Fire.
Dominasyon.
Representing an entire region for themselves, right? I mean, like they're doing a lot of work right now.
Eleman bir tane vampir dizisindeki bir oyuncuya benziyor bu arada.
33 years old. He's been around for a really long time in Counter-Strike.
He's the second oldest player at the tournament next to Karrigan.
Yeah.
Taking that what you will.
Edward değil de birisi vardı onun kardeşi gibi, o olabilir.
I was not expecting this.
I don't think anyone was.
7-0 nazar değdiriyor spikerler.
FaZe Clan.
0-7 for Frozen.
Yeah, let's see.
Cardia just, I mean, it's not even the kills, it's the disruptive nature of what he's doing. Nobody enjoys playing up against one CT player like this. Every time you're trying to set something up, he's just there, shooting you in the back, pushing forward, finding information.
Time and time again.
Kali. Biraz dayak yemiş Kalik ama.
No response. They're not even getting bullets back in his general direction.
The problem is as well, at one point, if you say, okay, we have to get rid of Wakadia,
AP'ye nerf gelmiş galiba. Evet, mermisi azalmış.
He's done it so many times now. He's conditioned them that he's going to keep backstabbing, that he can now just play more of a passive game. They're going to have to be on such high alert, waste so much time trying to sniff him out.
Ben FaZe'in bu şeyden nasıl çıkacağını merak ediyorum şu an ya.
Is he going to get flashed in this time?
Ne yapacaklar ya?
Do it. He's been pushing solo for a while, but I mean, you can throw flashes over that wall just as well as the T's can the other way. 45 seconds now.
A B finish, an execution here, Anders.
Çıkamaz.
Devastating smoke towards Monster with 40 seconds remaining. That's going to make things so much more complicated.
Sakin ol.
I don't think he pushes this now. He knows if they're coming into this side of the map, he can actually mow them down. Speaking of which, Calix will open things up.
Allah!
It stops finally, finding some form here as he bounces through the monster pipe. Rain will confirm the round almost certainly. 4-on-2 now, Xantares and Woxic. Nothing to do, nothing to say as they retreat. It is FaZe Clan finally arriving on the T side of Overpass.
If we can find the replay of Major dying from his point of view, I wonder if he had a Molotov.
Tünelde bir olay oldu bu arada. O killdi yani.
Exactly what I did, which is
herhalde denemezler değil mi abi?
High ground and throw that Molotov down and stop the bomb plant. They can win the round even if the defense is lost, or at least get close to it.
Karşı takımı öv biraz. Arkadaşlar FaZe ne kadar da iyi oynadı ya. Şu Frozen var ya, çok iyi çocuk. Kaliteli oyuncu. FaZe'in kalitesi yüksek yani. İyi gameplay'ler yapacağına inanıyorum FaZe'in.
Like I said, that was a devastating smoke. Wakadia had all the advantages there. He dodges the flashbang. It looks like he's got everything going in his favor. You're right. It's a nice little jump from Robs that makes things very difficult to manage. It all comes down to the movement and brain.
Ray'nin ikinci vuruşu peki yalan esfak.
Because of the time, he's thinking, they had no smokes on the T side. If he lands that Molotov, suddenly it could cause havoc. They could run out of time. They could be forced to plant in the open. That's what he wanted, Madra. He was playing to win the round. It's a good idea, but it didn't work out.
Well, FaZe historically love a slow start. They like to make it as difficult as possible. You can normally find these nice leads, but putting them to bed is a whole different
koçu da Alman general ama şuna bak.
7-1 now. Money.
I mean,
it's not broken yet.
You say that, but you're right. Notoriously, FaZe have some of the most disgusting comebacks in Counter-Strike. It's so stupid how often they do it.
Can't take your eye off the prize for a moment.
Setup iyiymiş
They
ya.
can answer back at any second. That round, they were done. Looked like they were out, but Robs found a way. If they can just vote 2 or 3 rounds, Anders, that's all you need on the T-side of Overpass. It's pretty par for the course.
We'll
Double Molotov.
If they can get this one. Need to convert this round, I would say, FaZe.
Çok utility attık be oraya.
Yeah, hard to disagree with. This has to be this time a bit of a string, but Wakadia.
Revenge.
Ay! Yanacağım.
Go down. He does take a little bit of damage from the Molotov, but not nearly significant enough. Even dodges most.
Atlasa daha word olmaz mıydı chat ya Molly'nin içinden? Voxic'in mouse'u sol eliyle tuttuğunu biliyor muydun? Vicadia'yı duymuş muydun? 18 yaşında Wonderkid.
Very uncharacteristic performance from him, I have to say.
Still plenty of time around his. Sure he can bounce back.
Mayer'in 30 yaşında olduğunu biliyor muydun? Dede.
Round 9 here. 5-on-4 advantage for Eternal Fire. They fall back into a more traditional passive setup. No one inquiring for an opening kill anymore.
Well, speaking of people who haven't been playing themselves, I mean, Brokey's got some kills, but we haven't seen that Agent of Chaos Brokey that we love to see running in with the AWP, no-scoping people left and right. He's an absolute madman. They haven't really had the space to do it yet.
If he jumps up again, Rain might get him.
Wanted it, but Rain himself might be in trouble.
Götçüm.
Might not be thinking about this at all. Santaris hiding close, but even worse, I think he peeked the corner. I think he knows that nobody else is here. They're walking onto the side, but it's really pulled in. Wakadia, good for the kill on Karrigan. Brokey and Frozen.
They're going for this?
2 versus 5.
Bizim çocuklar sıcak ya.
They can, but they're gonna die.
Kaç Frozen kaç.
You're a 5-on-2
Kaç
20
Frozen.
seconds here, lads. Frozen got 20 HP. I'm not sure what the plan's gonna be, but I guess he has to save the AWP as the bullets whistle by his glorious locks. He'll have to make his way back towards the playground. And that's going to be a clean sweep once again.
Kaçarken adamın pikleyeceğini düşündüğünden hareket etmiyor. Smoke ile söndürüyor.
The money's going to be pretty tight. They've got $3,000.
Ya biraz bu da şey oldu yani. Maşallah. Face çok iyi takım. Çok iyi oynuyorlar ama biraz da hani heyecansız bir sikiş oldu bu ya.
And showing up here Frozen, you can tell on his face a little bit. It's a frustrating experience having a game like this. A little bit too much emphasis, Henry, on that send.
Atma şu oku deme abi. Arkadaşlar biraz heyecan olsa kötü mü olur ya? 16-12 kazansak falan.
Well, yeah, got to buy really. Need rounds there
on the CT side.
Strong, difficult to dislodge, especially the way this team's playing right now. Zantares, Wakadia haven't really missed a shot.
Uzayacak işte abi.
Every single push seems to be catastrophic for FaZe Clan. Every single interaction, it's deadly bullets.
Maşallah, FaZe çok iyi takım ama. İyi oyun kuruyorlar maşallah.
There's no one there, no resistance to speak of. It's so much information.
Yes, it is.
And you can't really afford to give up this sort of map control and allow them to readjust accordingly.
It works in a lot of different ways.
30 saniye dayanamıyor mu oğlum? Ne olacak?
Rotations. It also keeps FaZe in the dark. They think that they are just, you know, out here clearing out the map.
Hadi FaZe, hadi çok iyisiniz.
Walking into a bit of a trap.
So Calix can just hold B by himself.
Yeni gelen görse ne oluyor diyecek abi.
So now they can have essentially
Zantares verecek şimdi dalga.
It all comes down to these individual duels. Zantares finally bested in towards the bathrooms. That's Rain to find the advantage here. 45 seconds remaining. And it looks like they'll have to commit in towards A. Calix though. Strong flank. If Frozen can find him, there he is. His opening kill.
Let's go. It's about time. I think Richard said on the desk that very often Rain is the person to drag FaZe back into it. He's trying to do that very hard right now. Woxic, he'll get the shot.
Yardım edin adama.
Immediately traded. Frozen back in action now. 3 versus 2. They must win this round, FaZe. Everything is on the line, but Madja has shown up. The captain of the team. Brokey, 15 seconds left trying to fight both.
Karbon olayı olmaz bak.
Come out. He's surely getting a run here. A jump, but if he misses a shot, he is dead.
Oyuna getir. O neydi la?
Nothing he can do, but my God, did he give it a
Neyse
good
güzel
go?
oyuna getirdiler de.
Yet another round here. 9-1, Eternal Fire cannot be stopped.
Sedon nice 14 aylar, %1'er nice kültürü tam sende. Bakmanı öneririm, kuş şefi saydılar.
Tactical timeout.
Hoş geldin
What can
yavrum.
you even say about this one? No plant found, and that was a weak force buy. They had Galils and the AWP, and now averaging, what, $3,000 per player. A couple more rounds to go. Neo, what are you saying?
Anlat.
Again? We need rounds.
I mean, you know what? Eternal Fire is setting FaZe up for one of their all-time comebacks if they're going to be able to do this one. I've got to say as well, there's got to be a lot of Turkish Counter-Strike fans out there that are celebrating right now because
that watch party they've got going on in Istanbul is going to be lit.
Yeah,
let me tell you, they're going to be blowing the bloody roof off that joint.
They got to be. Because they've been kept in the dark for a long time. Most of CSGO, there were moments, it was interesting. Again, we throw back to, you know, that the Space Soldiers lineup. There was a lot of fun stuff happening, but it was never consistent. It was never quite enough to have a real celebration. This team looked like it's the real deal.
Nice.
It takes down Rain.
Öveceksiniz oğlum Türkleri, öveceksiniz.
4-5 to ensue here. Eternal Fire looking to crush FaZe in this game.
Oh yeah, putting their best foot forward to say the very least. Round 11, 5-4 advantage and 9-1 overall. Woxic maybe caught off by Karrigan here. I think he spots him towards the divider. Oh, but he adjusts the cross there. Finds the kill. That's his second of the round as well. Sure, he's low
Arkadaşlar, bilmedikten soruyorum ya, bu skor normal mi?
Looks destined for eternal fire. They've got a Galil and a couple of pistols to work with. They do have a minute on the clock and a bit of utility.
Yani
not impossible to win this round, Anders, but incredibly unlikely.
İyiyiz yani, değil mi Amut? Şu an bu normal bir şey olmuyor yani.
Monumental error from Eternal Fire to lose this round now. They spot one towards short. They adjust accordingly. Play it to perfection. One player remaining, and Brokey, this is just for looks. This is just for the individual scoreboard, because there's no way he can actually do anything with this one. Double digits, one more round left for FaZe to scrape together two.
Oh,
it just looks so convincing, doesn't it? You're watching it.
Şu an FaZe'in durumu ne? Win-los'da.
What do you do now? Like, it's considered to be the hardest T-side we have.
Bu maç oruçlu değiller abi.
Overpass is no joke.
Aynı onlarda.
But this particular matchup, FaZe going into favorites to find one single round.
And it's not even Santaris. It's Wicardia, 19. Freshly 19, some might say.
Fresh 19'muş Wicardia.
Wrecking them here. Round number 12.
Evet, en fazla kill de Wicardia'da.
See what they've got for us, FaZe. One more round. I mean, again, Had said they are the kings of comeback. You never know what it takes for them to wake up. Seen many games in the past. Again, Wicardia back to his old tricks. This is sickening. How is he allowed to get away with this? The fourth, maybe fifth round that he's doing this, he's out of control.
Hadi çocuklar be.
He even managed to fool Robs. How do you do that?
Oh, Wicardia, this could be a really difficult way
Wicardia çok ölmüş ama o çok şey yaptı ya. Çok darladı sürekli onları. Sürekli intel aldı geldi. Bak lurkledi. Nice abi, çok profesyoneldi. Onu vur be kuzen. Neyse tamam.
1.5 kills. Smoke down.
Like the whole plan for FaZe is no longer about whatever they were just doing.
Yeah,
2 kill'i vardı orada da ters gitti.
They're lucky to get away with just a single death there.
And he smoked it off, and now he's playing in front of his own smoke because he's an absolute madman.
Nice. Nereye bakıyor ya? Bunların akıllarını aldı oğlum bizimkiler.
Okay, to backstab themselves there. It's going to be Robs who can save the day. Oh my god.
Nobody shot him down. Can anyone get the kill against him?
Oğlum bu bayağı public match'e falan döndü yani.
As Rob will finally find him. He's taken 3 kills. Done damage to the remaining 2. This is going to be 11-1 and absolute
yok ya, çok karşı taraf çok oldu yani abi. Başka bir şey yaşıyor şu an. 11-1 abi. 11-1 chat.
Oh my god, pack it up. Get him out of here. FaZe are done. They have no idea what in God's name just happened to them. Absolutely ravaged on the T side. Pushed every single round. Wicardia has absolutely embarrassed them here. Look at this. They have no idea, Anders. He's in T-spawn, taking down the bomb. No one's got any idea what's going on.
It's even more frustrating because it's been doing it over and over again. Those aggressive pushes. Once they get shot at the back, they're going to be thinking, my God, it's Wicardia again. Shooting us in the back. Why can't we stop him? 11-1, ladies and gentlemen.
What can he say about this one?
Abi ilk elden düşürseler bizim çocuklar 10 numara olur ya.
FaZe is going to have to be one hell of a CT pistol.
They have a reputation to maintain in terms of the comeback, but this would be one of the greatest FaZe comebacks of all time if they're able to do this one. It's such a stretch. They've got one.
Dönerlerse en iyi comebackleri olurmuş. Comebacklerde çok şeyleri varmış. Namları varmış. Yalana bak la. Açtılar abi, kullanıyorlar.
This is actually an old Astralis strategy of pushing forward and then you're quick to rotate up the connector.
FaZe çok iyi, FaZe çok iyi. FaZe harika.
If we rewind time a little bit back to the original Astralis lineup. Santaris is dead and out of the round. Frozen. Miserable start to the game, but you never know. He's up to 3.
Ne güzel skinmiş lan bembeyaz silah.
They're just parking themselves here. Why not?
Yeah. Pumping the brakes. 5-4. With the few advantages FaZe have had.
Ver ağzına vermeyi, ver ağzına, ver ağzına. Nice. Galik. Buranın T oynama raconu rakibi hataya zorlamak, açık bulduğun anda saldırmak üzerine galiba. Yoksa çok dar alanlar var hep.
Backstabbing again, is he?
He is up to his whole trick.
Herhalde yani.
Behind enemy lines nearly once again.
So they're going to fully execute in towards A and fall back with the bomb, I believe. But Maja, aware that this could be a
Vercan ağzına. Vercan.
Problem. We've got the CTs in towards the connector. Wakadia spotted them.
Nice. Hadi basın oğlum, bas çocuğum, bas. Arka dikkat. Vuramadı. Galik. Nice. 3 ve 2 biri. Kerrigan çok low. Kerrigan çok low. Vikadia 19'luk fresh. Nice. Arka. Baba sakin, baba sakin. O da low, verin ağzına onun mermiyi.
Out in the open, one misstep and you're dead. And he misses the first shot here, and now they're escaping. They're playing for time. This is so smart. Wakadia, it's everything you want to see. Instead of fighting Kerrigan, he knows there's not going to be a kit. And there's the kill for him as well. 12-1. What a brilliant game this has been for the Turks.
Çok iyi oynuyorlar la, hiç riske etmiyorlar. Temizler. Fabre. Ya adam gerçekten too emote ya. Murat'ta da bir benzeme var yani.
Eternal Fire wait for their opportunity and a fake in towards the A side, back in towards B.
Ya oğlum sevinmeyeyim Mahmut ya, Allah Allah. Pace çok iyi abi, en iyisi Pace.
And series points in the best of one here. It's going to have to be the force buy. No two ways about it. FaZe Clan will bring MP9s, Desert Eagles, HEs, and a 5-man B stack here in round number 2. One more round will do it for Eternal Fire to close this one out.
Arkadaşlar yani hani gerçekten ilk defa Eternal Fire maçı izliyorum. Hani ilk defa bu kadar düzenli baktık ettik. Oğlum bu normal bir şey mi lan şu an olan? Yani bu biz çok mu iyiyiz şu an? Bizim normal mesela bir önceki 2 maçı da izledim. Orada o zaman onlar mı normaldi bizim için? Ya da orada mı performansımız zayıftı?
Quite beautiful for Eternal Fire. Centaurs moving forward. All right, slowly taking this part of the map. There is Calyx to make a distraction down here, but that's all it is at the moment.
Ver ağzına. Bravo ya, nefes aldırmadı adam. Çok iyisiniz çocuklar ya. Demoralizasyon. Ay. Dikkat çocuklar ya. Dikkat çocuklar ya. Dikkat. Adama yardım edin abi.
And finally, the MAC-10 will kill him.
GG ya.
A bit of a flank here. 2 versus 4. A bomb planted. The job is almost done. You're right.
Oğlum 13-1 ne demek?
They can hear it in Ankara as well. Rops and Kerrigan left to try and hold on to this. Eternal Fire have absolutely wrecked FaZe. There's nothing left to do here. The Turkish incinerator that is Eternal Fire crushing FaZe.
The biggest blowout of the tournament so far. Who would have thought it'd be in this particular matchup? 13-1 as Eternal Fire.
Şimdi maçtan sonra gaza geldim. CS'de futbol takım birinci olacağım. Pro oyuncu olacağım. CS var. YouTube chat'e bak. Götü olanları.
Wow.
Türkler konuşun abi, konuşun. Bize hep sövüyorlardı. Bu yol easy.
One performance coming in from EF. You know, we're going to speak about FaZe Clan. We're going to speak about their troubles, their issues, their lack of presence on the server. Let's be completely honest, but the way EF came out and played this game of Counter-Strike in full control, absolutely destroying FaZe Clan and making them look like a team that wasn't even supposed to be here at the major. That is some of the best Counter-Strike I've seen from EF. That CT side was absolute perfection. It was aggressive.
Kaslı eleman iyiymiş la, güzel tarz yapmış.
You know, they were good at altering the play in a way that you never really knew what to expect.
Feci ezildiler lan. Kızarmış adam baksana.
They were aggressive towards B, all of a sudden them, they were just sitting on the side and waiting. That was a perfect CT side coming out of you.
I mean, we prefaced this game when I saw Overpass, I could see PTSD. I could see that Game Legion game where they started on the CT side. It was the worst Eternal Fire we've seen so far in the past few months. And then the second time they played Overpass against Bloody FaZe, they put up the
sonunda bana da nasip oldu arkadaşlar. Yayında bir win izlemek nasip oldu. Peki gidip Vitality'yi alıp, FaZe'i alıp Hero'ya yenilmek ama kendi map'inde.
And Wicadia, an absolute
neyse. Negatif basmayacağım. Negatif basmayacağım.
Will Woxic and Xantares, two players who have historically avoided playing with each other, you know, didn't vibe with each other personally.
Aşko.
But then it was like, okay, we're going to play with each other. We're going to play in this off. We're going to get Madja back. We're going to settle all of the beef. And then it was like, okay, but we do just need
abi, pro oyuncu olacağım abi.
And it's Wicadia. I mean, they found him.
I mean, we've always known how good he
şu an abi yani kaçıncı takım şu an Eternal Fire? Bir spotları yok değil mi? Çok daha yeniler aslında.
Every single time. It's a great deal. Listen, this win, this could be the catalyst which pushes Eternal Fire into the
ilk 20 takımda 13'teler mi Eternal Fire? Oha iyiymiş lan.